Back here on female dating strategies on Reddit. And the topic is the power of internalizing the female dating strategies mindset. Here we go. And I want to hear your guys' comments as they come up. Just post them below. I grew up surrounded by narcissistic parental figures. As a result, I struggled heavily on codependency and feeling worthless because of the way men treated me early on in my dating years. All right, so to start there, of course, no surprise here. Hey, everyone has different situations. I'm not saying that this isn't true, but everybody has struggles. However, the responsibility, look at this, goes solely on her parental figures. No responsibility will ever be taken on her own. You guys know this by now. It's just how they're hardwired. Just so you're not surprised why women just don't take responsibility. A few years ago, I picked up the Why Men Love Biatches and started taking its principles to heart because my rational brain knew that changing was my only hope of not being taken advantage of. All right, right there. Women commonly tell me, like, oh yeah, I read a book like this, the Why Men Love Biatches. And they're like, yeah, I was so shocked to realize that men just love, B words or whatever. However, the thing is, the men that love these type of women are effeminate men. They're men that like to be told what to do. They like to be, put in their place type thing. Those are effeminate men. The men that they actually want, masculine men, don't put up with that. They don't put up with anyone just treating them with disrespect just because they think they can, whether that's man or woman. So these women, they get this mindset, and then all they can attract is effeminate men who they won't be attracted to, so that they're going to screw that guy over and they're not going to be happy themselves. So anytime women read stuff like that, I tell them, like, just flush that out of your brain and start fresh, because you now have a lot more to work against to figure out how to become feminine again. And if women don't want to become feminine again, no problem. But you just won't attract a masculine man, and you will be living with your cats or with some beta mon that you don't respect or love, and that will be your life. So I guess that's women's choice. Even if I would never externally show it, for a long time I was still devastated by every LVM, which she's categorizing as a low value male, who took me for granted or changed his mind. I was very much faking it in the hopes of someday making it. Here we go, guys. A success story. I finally made it. She made it, guys. Here is her big conquest. A few years ago, I started dating this guy. We had known each other as casual acquaintances for years, aka just sleeping around. We probably got a Chatter Tyrone on our hands. Well, actually, maybe not. We'll see in a moment. But had never been mutually single and living in the same state. I always thought he was otherworldly gorgeous, and he seemed sweet enough in our brief interactions. When she was just sleeping with him. I happened to bump into him on online dating, and he asked me out. For 6 weeks, he was wonderful. Insisted on calling me every night. I actually preferred texting, but the effort was appreciated. Okay, so that already tells me he wasn't a Chatter Tyrone. But he probably had other things going for him. But yeah, Chatter Tyrone, don't waste their time doing that. We live about an hour apart, and he always drove to me. This guy's not a Chatter Tyrone, but he organized all of our plans. Happily paid for everything. Cooked me elaborate meals, was always super affectionate, but never once tried to make it sexual. All right, this is where I don't know if she's just not telling us that she ended up sleeping with this guy, or if this guy literally did all of this stuff and they never got sexual. See, I don't know if she's just trying to make herself sound pure by not mentioning that they slept together. But I'm very surprised he did all of this stuff and never once did it get sexual. To me, that's a beta on if this is the truth of what she's saying. Introduced me to his family and friends, bought me thoughtful gifts, oh boy. He was smart, funny, and educated, had a great career. He dressed well, spoke well. I was thinking, holy cow, this is it. And then, completely without warning, he called me one day to tell me he wasn't interested in anything serious right now. He was super down to keep things casual and see where it goes, of course. See, that's where I'm wondering. They had to have been sleeping together. And she was just trying to, say that he wasn't just using her for sex, I guess. They had to have been sleeping together. And now he's just going, all right, I just want to keep things casual. I don't want anything serious. I don't know. What do you guys think? I made it clear that I'd never agreed to a casual arrangement, but thanked him for being honest and wished him well. He said he'd call me soon. He didn't. Laugh out loud. I didn't attempt to contact him. He never reached out to me. He hasn't posted on Instagram since 2015. She's been creeping his Instagram every day since then. Yet suddenly started watching my stories religiously. I didn't block and delete him only because of our prior connection. I didn't want to seem like I was bothered. Well, as they always do, he came back today. As they always do, guys. As they always do. This is why women don't even feel bad if they break your heart or whatever or move on to some other guy. She's like, oh, he'll be back. Oh, he'll be back. Until the day that she hits that wall and they just don't come back. Acted like nothing had happened. Asked how I was and if I wanted to go out to catch up. Acted like nothing happened. Okay, here's again where I'm confused. Was there something big that happened? It sounded like he just said, hey, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. I'd love to keep it casual if you want to. And you just said, nope, I guess I'm not into that. Wished him well and moved on, right? So to him, nothing happened. To her, she had this ball of drama rolling up in her head. She was this was festering inside of her. But to him, it was just yeah, oh, cool. All right, this girl's drama free. Awesome. I guess we just won't hang out. No problem. Wished her well. He acted like nothing happened because nothing did happen. And I just felt nothing but honest to God revulsion towards him. I don't understand. Revulsion? This sounds like a guy that did everything for her, took her out, paid for everything, did all this great stuff, introduced her to his friends and family, all of that stuff. He was smart, funny, and educated. And then she is feels revulsion towards him. Okay. How dare he treat me like that and think it's in any way acceptable? What did he do wrong? All he did was wined and dined you and took you out on these great dates and all that. And then he didn't want something serious. That was it? And it sounded like he was very cool with how he brought it up. And you acted like it was very cool too. But again, guys, this was beating her up inside. Women can pretend, right? They can pretend, I don't need no man. They can pretend all they want. But this just shows you what happens inside. It's eating her up. How dare he treat me like that and think it's in any way acceptable? Are you kidding me? This is not an attractive, desirable, high-value man. All right? See, this is why, again, you can never trust female dating strategies to tell you what a high-value man or a low-value man actually is to women, because they don't know. They call low-value men the men that they want. Like she said, everything was wonderful. He was smart, educated, all of that stuff. He was great. So we all know that he was a high-value man, at least socially. Although he paid for everything, all that, I don't agree with that part. But it seems like he's high-value men in what we would say. He's a high-status man. But then she calls him low value. See, women have no idea. And they throw around these terms so many different ways for so many different guys that they don't even know what a low value or high value man is. They have no clue. This is not the kind of person whose approval or attention means anything to me. My life is not better with him in it. Yes, it was. You sounded super happy up here. You sounded, let's go back up here. We live about an hour apart. He always drove to me. He organized all of our plans, happily paid for everything, cooked me elaborate meals, was always super affectionate but never tried to make it sexual, introduced me to his family and friends, bought me thoughtful gifts. He was smart, funny, and educated, had a great career. He dressed well, spoke well. I was thinking, holy cow, this is it, okay? And then we scroll down here. My life is not better with him in it. Liar. This is the funniest thing about women is it's not even like I'm digging back in her archives. I'm not looking at her tweets from 2015 and being like, look at this, you're saying one thing and meaning another. I'm literally scrolling up 3-4 paragraphs and she's contradicting herself completely. This is the female mind, guys. Look at this. This is a loser in high value male clothing. And I finally, truly believe it. No, she's trying to talk herself into believing it. She doesn't believe it. Look at this. This is her big conquest, guys. This is her big win. Blocked, deleted, goodbye. Let's roll back up to this. I finally made it, guys. I finally made it. This is what, ladies out there, female dating strategies, when you have known that you finally made it, when that philosophy has sunken in so much, that poison has infected every part of your brain, and you realize you finally made it, guess what your big end goal is? You're going to be able to block and delete and say goodbye to men that you really want in your life, but you're too stubborn now to admit it. That's the big end goal that you'll get from the men with great careers, like she said. Everything she said. Smart, funny, educated, had a great career. He did all this stuff for her. This is the end goal. When you have fully encompassed yourself in female dating strategies, this mindset, this is the conquest you can look forward to. You're going to be able to block, delete, say goodbye to all these men that you wish wanted commitment with you. And that's going to be your way of tricking yourself into thinking you've won. Ha! It's like you're about to be fired, so you go to your boss, you go, I quit. Look at this. I'm going to block and delete him and say goodbye to him before he can do it to me. And then I won because of female dating strategies. Yeah. Whatever, ladies. Sticking to these strategies is the easy part. Changing how you actually feel inside is much, much harder. Yeah, we know she still hasn't changed how she feels inside. She's just trying to trick herself. Stay the path. It may take years, but I promise you that genuine belief and love for yourself will come, and it's effing beautiful. You guys, to all you women out there, there's nothing more beautiful in the world than when you think you have this guy. I was thinking, holy cow, this is it. You think you finally found the one. There's nothing more beautiful than when you're able to block them and delete them, the guys that you think were the one. There's nothing more beautiful. That is the logic that you will get from internalizing, the power of internalizing the female dating strategies mindset. Video has gone a little longer than I wanted. We'll see if there's any good comments here. Haven't checked any of them out yet. Beautiful. This is leveling up. We love to see. Yeah, leveling up from an FDS newbie. Good luck when you really let it sink in, FDS newbie. You'll be able to block and repel the men that you actually secretly want. You'll be able to do that too, and you'll be able to just get rid of all of the men that you actually secretly want. You'll be able to get rid of them all from your life. And then it will be great. You and your cats. Sticking to these strategies is the easy part. Absolutely. But like you said, this is the end goal of fake it till you make it. So that these changes are natural and sustainable. You become internally motivated by your own increased self-esteem and self-worth. Excellent. So is it takes years, like she said, it might take years to change. Is women take years and years of uh, internalizing this mindset to pump up their own self-esteem and self-worth by not settling for any man that doesn't worship them, doesn't give them the best dates, doesn't call them and text them and all that stuff. You feel for years you inflate yourself with this self-worth and self-esteem, thinking that no man deserves you unless he's perfect in every way. And then as this is happening, your sexual marketplace value is declining because over years of sleeping around and doing that throughout years and years and years, pumping your ego up, not realizing that you're in your peak value now, and your your market value just starts to slowly decline. So as your standards get higher, your prospects become lower. Is your sexual marketplace value declines, and then you're left with hitting 30, 35. Where are all the good men? We see this from the outside in. We'll see if women ever see this. I don't know. Thank you for sharing your success story. What is the success, guys? Tell me. Am I crazy? Am I missing something? Was there a big success? Did she get anything she wanted? No. Except for, we have to believe that her self-esteem and self-worth skyrocketed through this. That's a success. The thing that is completely not measurable in any way. This girl could literally be lying to all of these women, and now they're all saying that this is a success because her self-esteem and self-worth, yeah. Slowly but surely, I already feel myself internalizing certain female dating strategies. Slowly but surely, the cancer spreads throughout the body. And I've only been here about a week. Can't wait to see what the future holds. Oh, we all know. Us men know. Us red pill men have seen the crystal balls. We know what your future holds. You don't, but we do. Oh boy, I need to read this book. Haha, definitely next on my list. Yikes. Good luck. All right, guys, what do you guys think about this? Did she win? Is this a success for her? What do you guys think? Gotta love more and more wonderful fun and content from Thanks to Female Dating Strategies. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, but definitely subscribe.